Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along. How are you doing today? Welcome back to Oakfield Farm. You join me as I am out in the 1046. We've been picking up a special piece of equipment that we're borrowing or leasing for the next, well, hopefully the next few days. It might well be a little bit more than that if the weather has anything to do with it. You can kind of just see what's going on in the wing mirrors there, but we'll show you in a little bit more detail when we get back to the yard. But it's going to be put through its paces pretty quickly there. We've got another new bit of equipment that we have bought, which is waiting for us up the yard as well. So I'm going to show you what that one's like, but we need to, yeah, we've got a bit of a hurry on, to be honest. There's a lot of work that we're going to have to get going through soon. The weather is not looking good, which is why we've opted for this option. And I'm going to kind of run through that and how that looks and the reason why we've done that very shortly as well. But it's something that's proven to be a little bit tricky. The great British summertime is not quite here yet, but the end of spring is really kicking us, and it's going to be tricky. But we've got to get going. We've got silage to, grass to mow and silage to pick up. That there was recently just drilled yesterday. That is a cover crop now. There's a bit of some oats, some vetch in there. There's a little bit of radish seed as well. A few different things really, just to kind of get some nitrogen back in flat soil, get it boosted up a little bit. And yeah, we'll see how that one all goes really. So we're kind of all done with our spring drilling now. The drill's cleaned up back in the shed, and we'll leave it there. I've got to service the plough still, but we're due for some rain in a couple of days. That's when that's going to happen. And then after that, yeah, everything else is kind of looking okay. And we're moving on really, moving on to the next job. So yeah, we are pulling behind us a forage box. This is a crone forage box really. It's huge. It is very, very big. Some people call it forage box, some call it forage wagon, but ultimately we're talking about the same thing. And we'll have a look at it and just show you kind of why we've gone for this option as well. Now last year and the previous 2 years we have done baled square silage, and we will be doing that again. We're just going to try and get a little bit in the clamp as well, get some done a bit faster really, and then we'll be, whatever we can't get into the clamp, we are going to just, we're going to get baled up and wrapped. Now if we pull down here, you're going to see a couple of things. The John Deere is there with our new mowers, can you believe? We have traded up, we're going to park this about here. And knock the engine off there. Fantastic. So we've traded up essentially. We had two mowers. We had a Kuhn front and rear mower. Actually, a Kuhn rear mower and a Lely front mower. Front mower didn't look too dissimilar to that. But we've gone to some discos. We've got 8.5 meters working with now on butterfly mowers, which the 83 John Deere loves. It's going to fly along with that. It looks great as well. I'm sure you'll agree. Looks absolutely incredible on there. So we're going to get out into that in a little bit. We're just waiting for this cool breeze to kind of blow through the grass a little bit more. There's a little bit of dew on there this morning, so we need to kind of work that out. And then what we're going to do, we're going to try and get on. We're going to mow this field right here, get the first cut, and then maybe the headlands of the next two over, which we may well bale. But yeah, we're going to start with getting this one all mowed out, so that'd be good. Good test for the mow as well, shouldn't take too long. And we're going to get it picked up with this. This is our temporary, well, it belongs to us for the next week. Our Crone forage wagon, a ZX560GD. It is huge, frankly, absolutely massive. So that is why it's going to be partnered up with the Fendt. And yeah, we've got a few things to get sorted out here. We need to get get the John Deere service. We're going to put the rake onto that, I do believe, to start with. And then after that, it's going to go into the pit as well to work alongside the Manitou. So we're going to have a lot going on. The reason we've gone for this is the weather at the moment is very hit and miss. Very, very showery. It's nice now. We're due some rain tomorrow. A little bit of rain, so we're going to have to try and leave it for a little bit and then get this picked up. And then I just can't get the contractor in on time, to be honest. I can mow this down myself, and I just can't guarantee I'll get a forager and team in to get it done. So that's why we're kind of going to go down our own route here. So hey, it is what it is, and then we'll make the most of it. Like I say, all of our spring drilling work has been completed. The John Deere is in a real big need of a service, so as is the harrow. So we're going to get all that done as well. So we'll probably come back and do that when it's raining tomorrow there, actually, I think. Our spraying, we're kind of all up to date at the moment as well with our herbicide spraying. We did stick it onto the Deutz for a little bit. It's just about capable of pulling this in terms of when this sprayer is full, there's a lot of weight there. and that can really start to impact what's going on with the tractor. So we are looking at alternative options, but the tractor wasn't really needed for the yard work too much. Cattle are outside, so they don't get fed a great deal, but needs must really, and we stuck it onto there. But yeah, it's just that size where it can start to be bossed around a little bit too much for my liking. So it's always something that you've got to kind of consider. So what we'll do, in an effort to kind of get ourselves up and away, we're going to just tidy up the yard a little bit, move this around the corner, probably park it in the silage pit actually for now. I think as well what we're going to start with is filling up this small silage pit around here, just to get that one out of the way with and done. It's not as big as the other one, and then so we're not going to be making a huge amount of silage, so it makes sense to fill the smaller pit first in my mind, and then we can always fill the big one if we do a big second cut, for example. But that's a discussion for another day. We'll jump back in, and we're going to get this all moved over to that corner. Alright, and off we go. Make sure I swung wide enough there, plenty of room, looks like it. It is quite a tight turn area, but this truck forage box does have rear wheel steering on it as well, so it should make it a little bit easier. Visibility is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Don't want to hit it off the edge there. What we could always do is just dump it on the floor, and then we can always get the man just to shovel it in. There we go. It's very tight there. Do it a few times, they'll get used to it, I'm absolutely sure. Perfect. Handbrake on. Knock the engine off. And out we get. Yeah, it looks huge for that, doesn't it? Heavens above. Excellent. Well, we're going to get that all looked into. I've left my lights on again. Of course I do. I am notoriously bad for leaving those guys on. Here we go. So we're going to jump into the 83. It's serviced, it's fueled, it's ready to roll. And we're going to go and just see how this grass is going to knock down, I think. See what we can get going. Beautiful. Let's see. All the hydraulics should be set up there, so up goes the front. And the back too as well. So I got a little bit of a delay on the hydraulics once again there, so as I can knock my hydraulics and lift up front and rear, it lifts up the front about 5 seconds earlier than the back one, just so it, and puts them down the front earlier than the back as well, just so it means it makes sense when you're turning on in the field. Now we do need to fold these up as well though. There you go. Fantastic. And off we go. Let's go and have a look, see how this goes. Gonna be a nice little test for the John Deere actually. Should handle it perfectly well, but yeah, really nice to get it into the field. Looks epic, I'm sure you'll agree. So how are you all anyway, folks? I hope you're cracking on with your own forage, whatever you're doing. And however you do it. I know the weather's causing many issues for people at the moment there, so it's a real nightmare to try and get this all lined up properly. What I want to do though, I'm hoping that we get a better turn in weather for the summer, but I can't guarantee it at the moment. So whilst we're kind of in between the two, I thought I could have let this grow a little longer, but I want to get 2 cuts off it, so it makes sense to do one now. Hit it with a lot of nitrogen, a little bit of rain hopefully, a little bit of sunshine, and that should be good to go. What I think we'll do, I'm not sure we're going to get into that very well, so we might just go up to the other, the main gate. I do like driving this John Deere actually, almost, I don't know why, almost more than the Fendt. The Fendt is a beautiful machine, but there, this is good. It's a bit of a blind corner to turn around on there, but I think we're alright now. Okay, so like I said, it doesn't look like there's a lot here, but we'll have a look, see. We'll knock it down, see what we get. And fold the rear ones down first. That's great. It's thick, it looks a bit short, but it is thick. It's had a fair crack of fertilizer on here as well though, so yeah, what we'll do, we'll try and get the first cut off, and then we'll see how that looks. See what we can do moving forward for the second and third cut, if we can get around to that. But yeah, we need to just get a start on it really and see what it's all going to look like. Alright then, we're away. It is very, very short actually, much shorter than I thought, but we've got to get in what we can. Like I say, this weather's going to be terrible, so what we might actually end up doing is kicking into that field there as well, seeing what that one looks like, see if we can get it to kick on a little bit more, because right now it's not looking good. But we'll see. We'll see. Such is life, and we'll take off what we can, keep working our way through, and yeah, try and get it all, just get something into the pit there really, which I think is going to be our main priority. So that's going to be the main thing. We've got a little bit of silage bales left over from last year. We've got a bit of hay left over as well, and straw, but not as much as what we're going to need. Cattle's herd is always increasing. So yeah, we need to make sure that we're comfortable or have even more than necessary, just to give us that little bit of security really. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice little easy test for the John Deere to start with. It's singing through here without a care in the world, so we'll let it continue. And yeah, like I say, if I get this lifted tonight or tomorrow, we'll get it rolled, we'll get some nitrogen on it, and we'll let it get flying away again. So maybe in about 6-8 weeks we can get something else off here. Now that bit over there on the other side of that tree line is notoriously wet, but we'll give it a go. And stay away from this edge because that's where it gets really bad. Just take a little sweeping line through here at least. Okie dokie, that's not looking too bad there. Obviously miss our water troughs as well, I don't want to go hitting those, that'd be disastrous. Alright then. No doubt I get a few odd looks by any neighbouring farmers driving by, seeing me mowing this, but there's method behind my madness, I assure you. I do like the view over the nose of this John Deere. It's a very nice tractor to drive. Okay. It's a little bit hard and wet here. We had a lot of silage bales stacked here because we came in to pick them up during the winter, got kind of paddled down a bit. And I didn't really like that all that much, but what can you do? Okay, so this will get raked up. Our rake will put these 3 rows into one, make it a little bit easier and faster for the forage wagon to get it all picked up. So it shouldn't take us quite so long to get through. But we should get, with the spots being a little bit thinner, we should get through there nice and quickly as well. That's what we're certainly going to try and bank on. So watch this space for that. We're going to keep cracking along here. We've got a little bit more that we want to do today. I've got Jack working around, fiddling around the yard there. He's going to look into the 6250. Get that one all sorted out. Oh, get up the hill. And yeah, Barry is kind of fiddling around with the Manitou, checking after the stock this morning, cleaning them out a little bit, and then we will, once we know that's done, we don't really have to worry about them too much more after that. They're out there enjoying being out inside the grass as well there, which is always fantastic. And then we'll get this lifted. Sheep wise, we're rotating them around. We did move them out of that other field just in the I think we took that in the last video we sent you, and that has been completed. So now that paddock over there has had a little bit of a respite there, a little bit of fertilizer on it, and it is starting to grow through. We might leave that one a little bit longer there, just so we give it a bit more of a fighting chance, really. But yeah, we'll see how we get on with this. Really, we've got a couple of fields up on the hilltop. The one that we drilled in just about 2 weeks ago is coming through. I had to go and spray some herbicide in there just to kind of control. There's a bit of a thistle problem coming through as well, so we've got on top of that one. So that's all looking not too bad, nice and clean now. That's the main thing. Perfect. So we're going to keep pushing through with this one. Ideally, we'll get this all done in the next couple of hours. The speed we're going, I see no reason why not. And then we'll come back to you when it's all said and done. Show you what it's looking like, and you never know. With it being this thin, we might, if there's a nice dry breeze at the moment, if it keeps up, We might even be able to get it in the clamp some point today, but ideally I always prefer to leave my silage down for about 24 hours at the very minimum. But I don't think the weather's going to allow us to do that this year, so we'll have to just see if we can hurry it through. For now though, we'll leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you all in the next one. Until then though, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, happy farming.